our university is a national law university which is different from traditional universities in the sense that national law universities in India have been established as center of excellence in legal teaching and research. And the admission in national law universities, all national law universities, by now 19 in number, almost one national law university in each state of the country. The admissions in the undergraduate course are carried out by way of a common law entrance examination, which is called CLAT, Common Law Admission Test. This time, we had the privilege, our university had the privilege of organizing the common law admission test for the purposes of admissions in 2015. Even admissions at the postgraduate level are carried out through common law admission test, which is a different test, again carried out by the organizing university. That test also was carried out by our national law university. After the students pass through the graduation in a national law university, they are entitled for enrollment to practice law anywhere in India, provided they are enrolled by the Bar Council of a state. We had to regulate legal education in national law universities. We have Bar Council of India and Bar Council of various states. And it is Bar Council of India which regulates the legal education broadly speaking. Otherwise, the course contents and other things are domain of respective national law universities. All national law universities are autonomous bodies and they function under a particular legislation. They are independent, all are public sector undertakings, and the aid is given to national law universities by the state government or by a regulatory body in education of the government of India. And that regulatory body is University Grants Commission. So these are the two different sources, and all the national law universities follow an active legal education. Active legal education means not merely theoretical legal education confined to the classrooms. Our legal education imparted in all the national law universities include the components of legal writing, legal argumentation, legal research, and then legal advice to the clients. Thereafter, even mooting. The main purpose of legal education is the employability of the students. Once the students pass through the undergraduate course, they are competent, they have the skills to be employed by law firms, by corporate sector, by the government sector, everywhere. Because it is here in the national law universities that they are imparted an active legal education. And the main emphasis is on interactive education, so that students not only understand what is law, they are able to appreciate the contents of law. They are able to operationalize law and put the law in actual practice. We believe in internationalization of legal education. We believe in entering into Memorandum of Understanding with different universities all over the world. And by now, the national law universities, including Dr. Ram Manohar National Law University, based at Lucknow, we do have Memorandum of Understanding with many universities in Europe, even in United States. Unfortunately, no Indian university entered into MOU with the Latin American universities. This part of the globe is unfortunately left out. And we were very much attracted to enter into MOU with a Mexican university because Mexico and India both are developing economies. We have so much in common that we wanted to share not only the academics but even cultural ties. And in Mexico, we found that ITAM is a university which also has the belief in internalization of academics. And ITAM is a university which we have found also believes in imparting practical legal education, in sharpening the legal skills of the students who are being imparted legal education, and believes in entering into MOU with different universities. Here is an MOU. The first MOU being entered into between an Indian national law university and a Mexican university. First of its kind, because both the universities are situated in different corners of the world. And therefore, the students of both the universities, as well as teachers of both the universities, will have an opportunity to interact at academic level and even exchange the cultural ties between them. It is the commonality which has brought both of us together. And we do not confine our MOU merely to the exchange of teachers and students. Its ambit is much broader. We even plan to start collaborative short-term courses through video conferencing, and at the timings we will of course manage in such a way that the students are able to attend the courses being imparted by the resource persons of both the universities. ITAM University here and Dr. Ram Manohar National Law University in India. And this is how we are bringing both the universities together, in addition to short-term courses, diploma courses, certificate courses, maybe by way of distance legal education, by way of online mode. We will also plan joint workshops from time to time. Sometimes there in Dr. Ram Manohar Lohiya National Law University, sometimes in ITAM, so that students and scholars of both the universities are able to have brainstorming sessions and enrich their global legal skills. All that is part of Memorandum of Understanding which we have entered into. and we are thinking to go in a big way to have international conferences, seminars, workshops, debates, and collaborative moot courts as well, wherein the students of both the universities participate and test their mooting skills. That is the main purpose of MOU, which we have recently entered into.
Well, we signed this historic MOU very much in accordance to our vision of legal education. We envision a lawyer that can perform well globally. And this requires not only to be technically akin to different legal systems, but to be acquainted with different legal cultures. And specifically, this means to acknowledge that the legal world nowadays is much, much broader than Latin America itself. Not merely because we know that the common law legal systems are mainly based in the US, which is our natural commercial partner, but because there is a very large historical tradition of legal institutions in other continents, and specifically in the Indian subcontinent. So, to rephrase again, I would say this MOU comes quite natural for the vision that we have of legal education. This is one thing, but to be more specific, as Professor Singh has stated before, ITAM strives at excellency in legal education. So it comes also natural to sign an agreement with the National Law University in India, which are centers of excellency. And because of the shared vision of legal education, as you may know, ITAM has as a significant trait of the lawyers we prepare that they enter very much into interdisciplinary education. And if you look at the way at the National Law University, specifically the one we have just signed the MOU based in Lucknow, prepares its future lawyers, they also believe in interdisciplinary education. Their students do not only receive education in domestic and international law, but also in different fields, for example, economics or political science. This, we believe, is a common vision of how to better prepare our global lawyers. And the second important feature is that this national university also believes in legal skills, that is, legal writing, legal argumentation, and employability skills. And we pride ourselves of being the first law school in Latin America to have a legal skills program. And since we are starting our legal skills program in English, that is our global legal skills program, we needed a partner that could share this vision and perhaps to enhance our programs by exchanging students and sharing courses. In this sense, this MOU is quite ambitious because it's not merely a statement of common visions, but strives at becoming, I would say, a hub between both continents. I envision that this MOU leads the way into new boundaries in terms of how our academic community can share mutual experiences. Not only because students can benefit for joint courses, even joint diplomas in the future, but because our professors, our researchers, can benefit from the comparative law perspective. You see, if you look at the Indian legal system, I see that we can learn much from that system in at least two main aspects. The first aspect is their constitutional law. India is a mega diverse cultural legal system, whereas we also share, in a very lesser aspect, multiculturality. Our original people are part of a very important public policy target objectives, and our legal system also tries every day to resolve how to provide a single common framework within this wider range of multiculturality. And I think India has done quite well in doing so. So we have much to learn in terms of their constitutional law, and specifically, how have they managed their mega diverse culturality within the legal system. And the second aspect, I think it will be beneficial for us to learn from a national law university in India, is that they are an emerging economy, but they have done exceedingly well in terms of bonding commercially with different countries, and this means, in terms of the legal system, preparing their institutions to be flexible and adapt themselves for the broader world international trade. And this is something Mexico has done very much in the past, first with NAFTA and then with the TPP. So I will say that in the future, if we come again and look at this MOU, we will see a hub of experiences, and hopefully we will see that these experiences can be spilled all over Mexico and all over the region. So it is quite ambitious. So to recast what I've been saying, I think the signing of this MOU makes perfect sense within the vision of ITAM, within our global vision of a lawyer that can be globally skillful. Then in particular with this national law school, because we share this global international vision and a vision about legal education, an education that is not merely passive but active and centered in legal and employability skills, and in interdisciplinary education, which comes quite natural for ITAM as well. This MOU has enormous potential because we see in this MOU a window of opportunity to expand and to learn from other different legal systems and legal cultures, not only for students and for our professors, but for the Mexican legal system and the region at large. If we look carefully at the tremendous tradition that India has in terms of their constitutional law and their commercial now boundaries, I think we have much to learn. And hopefully we will do so with the entering of this MOU. Let me present you with the formal papers, Professor, for your signing. Yes. Perfect.
Shall I put the same date?
And put the date.
I'll put the same date.
Great. Wonderful. You. Let me fold this for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.